Don't you dare call me lucky. You see the success, you see the results, but what you don't see is the work behind it.
You're not the first ones to go through that process or that tough times, because believe me or not, in this stage, this is when you feel like giving up. It is the best option you can do.
Yeah.
Yes, hello, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning from wherever you're watching us from. This is Sharipha again, behind the microphone as usual. Just like always, whenever you see this duo, you just get to know that there are some few TikTok or social media videos that we are going to watch with you guys, and again we react about them. We learn something, as definitely we are having some fun, but still, please let me welcome my co-host and probably my partner in crime in this thing. Yes, Mr. Henry, you can say hi to our viewers.
Hello viewers, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are at. My name is Henry and I'm so glad and happy to be with you once again on this
yes, on this channel. Yes, this is BLOCFI.
Thank you so much.
And yes, please feel at BLOCFI. Yeah, you don't have to worry about anything. So, like I've told you, yes, there are those social media videos that keep on rotating. Sometimes they mislead us. Sometimes there is something we can learn. But if we bring them to our eyes over in front of us, and again we talk about them, probably you can learn a thing or two from them other than just watching them and enjoy them just for fun. So I think let's get in with the first video, then we move on.
Or not reversal up. Okay, we're extending our stop. This is stop loss 1, and then stop loss 2 is right here. And then I'll have my extended stop loss up here.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Money in this journal of Forex Trading. I mean, there are lots of things that happen. And when you watch some video, at least it makes you you remember yourself during that time. I remember there was some bloke I had opened up with an account with. Still, thank God I've forgotten the name, because still I don't want to mention the name here. Yes, thank God I've forgotten. But I remember I deposited my money, and I deposited $50. And I grew that account to something like $250. Okay. Then the problem came in when I wanted to withdraw the money. The blocker failed to give me the money. You get the point?
Okay, yes.
So I was like, oh my God, this guy must be joking. I am the one who made this money. Now let me blow this account today, instantly. We let that go. So just like we've seen that trader was doing, extending the stop losses, stop loss 1, stop loss 2. So I also did the same thing. Not until I had to blow the account, that I was like, yeah, thank God, it's not going to chew my money. Anyway, Mr. Henry, what is your insight about that video?
We've all traders been there in one way or another. If you are someone who is beginning trading, or maybe you've been in trading for some time, I believe that if you have not yet reached there, you reach there in one way or another. Because these are the same mistakes that keep on happening to every trader, because sometimes you have looked at this trade, you've taken some time to analyze this trade, and you have confidence that this trade is going to move in your direction, and then when it hits your stop loss, you keep on. Sometimes you may not even extend the stop loss, but you may, if it hits your first stop loss, you enter again. Like that. So I think we've all been there, and it's just a matter of if being okay when you hit stop loss and wait for
So
your
in,
next
in, in
trade.
simple terms, there is this Spanish word, a luta continua. So we are all there. But I think aside from the joke bit of other side of it, again, that act of extending your stop loss, it is not a very good act.
It's not.
You know, because this is your hard-earned money, and please respect your stop loss. Actually, that is the first rule. If you want to be a successful trader, always respect your stop loss. Because I mean, I always tell you, it is very okay for your stop loss to be hit. Because even those successful traders that we wish we could be one time or one day, they also hit their stop losses.
Yeah, that's right.
But it is just a matter of respecting your stop loss, and you're like, because me, I always tell my students, for instance, you wait for a retest to over your order block or wherever you're waiting for the market to, and this is why you're supposed to put your stop loss. If the stop loss is hit, then that means the market is probably not moving. It is probably changing the direction, or what you planned it is not working out. So it's okay, chill. If your stop loss is hit, it is very okay. Actually, I always advise them, take a break from the charts themselves.
Yes.
Go find something else to do, as a way of refreshing your mind, as a way of, you come back when you're, relaxed and new. And again, you go on to the same trade. So always respect your stop losses. I mean, it is only take profits that we know that it is take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, not stop loss 1, stop loss 2. Please, like I always say, don't try that thing at home. Yes.
Thank you so much. Yes, maybe the other thing I can say as we wrap up on this video, always use a stop loss that is healthy, you get, so that you avoid the things of extending your stop loss. For example, if you enter a given trade, maybe a long or a short, put a stop loss that is healthy enough. You go and you do other things. If it hits stop loss, maybe you can try again the following day, maybe the following week. Then also try to reduce your risk if you know your stop loss is going to be big,
Okay.
Minding your risk, and you're good to go.
Yeah, so I'm just like I said, always use a healthy stop loss, Rakova. I don't know which is healthy and which is not healthy, but all in all, please use a reasonable stop loss. I remember they used to tell me, you have to give your trade something like a breathing space.
Yes.
Yes, there are some few pairs that you can give a stop loss of something like 10 pips. For example, Euro USD, a stop loss of 10 pips is a quay. But again, if you come to something which is so volatile and so heavy like gold, and I know most people like trading gold, but again, you find someone has given such a volatile pair like gold a stop loss of 2 to 5 pips, and then you're like, alikochi. But anyway, please, just like I said, use a healthy stop loss. Mumunonye and ask him what a healthy stop loss is. Otherwise, let's go into the next video.
Don't you dare call me lucky. You see the success, you see the results, but what you don't see is the work behind it. The long hours, the sacrifices, the moments of doubt. You don't see the early mornings, the late nights, the times I kept pushing when giving up felt easier. You don't see the effort, the setbacks, the lessons learned through failure, the challenges that tested me, the risks I took, the patience it required. You call it overnight success, but where were you during the struggle? Where were you when I was building in silence, stepping outside of my comfort zone, staying committed when no one was watching? This isn't luck. This is persistence, resilience in years of dedication. Every step, every win, I worked for it. So don't mistake my journey for something that just happened. Success isn't given, it's earned. Because if you lived what I lived, most of you wouldn't have made it this far.
See, I'll tell you guys for free, Forex trading is one of the most rewarding industries you can be in. Okay? Anybody you see that is successful today started failing. They started by failing. The only way to succeed is to stick with one. The problem a lot of people have is they can't stick with one thing for a long period of time. I get it. It is not easy. But the people that succeed today, they stuck with that thing till the very end. I was watching Pastor Selman, Apostle Selman is a preacher. He said, your destiny, you need force some. See your destiny, you need to force it. Destiny is not something that, my destiny is in my hands, or what God has ordained will happen. Is what God has ordained for you might not happen.
Okay. Yeah. Most people think when you're making it in Forex, you're lucky. You have that lucky charm, But just like when you get time, you sit down with this person or with this successful trader, because believe me or not, you people out there, you get to know of a trader when that person is already successful.
Yeah.
You don't know you don't know this person when he's trying to build him or herself, to build the system, to build the strategy and everything. But let me tell you one thing. During the process, like myself, there are those days, I don't remember if there is any day I slept on an empty stomach. Thank God that day wasn't there. But I remember when I got my rent, like house rent, I deposited. And yes, I was like, let me, in Luganda, there's this what they say, like you double that money. But again, instead of doubling it, I blew it up. I went back to Zeus. I was like, what am I going to tell my landlord? Oh my God. I don't even want to remember that season. I don't even want to remember that period. But believe me or not, those are the toughest times you can, as a trader, you can go through. But just like she has said in the video, if you endure that pain, you'll have to make it one day or the other. However, Mr. Henry, please try to share with us those few moments when things were tough on your side, because I'm very sure you passed through those times.
I remember, I think it was 1 or 2 years ago, during that time when I had landed on trading, most of us traders, when we are learning, it's time for us to grind. Some of the mistakes I would say that we make is, first of all, telling the people we stay with that, I'm a Forex trader, or I'm going to do trading.
But do they know?
Because maybe you've seen this video, because sometimes when we are beginning, there's that inspiration we get, and then reality sets in, and you're like, now this is the time for me to really try and make this thing here work. Okay. And the first video that we saw, the lady, when she was speaking, trading, really, you'll take some nights, learning, you're trying
Mr.
to
Henry,
learn.
Sorry for interrupting you, but hearing you saying some nights has just made me as like, I shouldn't let him go on to the next thing. There are not only some nights, there are numerous nights. Yes, you can go.
Yeah, a couple of them. Sometimes you have to wake up in the morning and you're trying to just understand how really, maybe something like maybe AMD, how it works. I remember when I was learning, that thing took me like a week or 2 weeks. I don't use that right now, but when I was you have to go
See,
through,
I'll tell you guys for free. Forex trading is one of the most rewarding industries you can
First
be
of
in.
all, it's like a new thing to me.
Anybody you see that is successful
you've grown
today
up
started
studying other things, but now you're trying to redirect your mind to this. It's something new. You have to give it all in. And if you're persistent with it, definitely you'll have to see the results.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my fellow traders out there, especially the struggling ones, you're not the first ones to go through that process or that tough times, because believe me or not, in this stage, this is when you feel like giving up. It is the best option you can do, or you can think of. This is when you feel like you chose the wrong job, you chose the wrong profession. I remember my colleague here once said that if trading is not your calling, go do something else. So it is during this stage that you feel like, hi, I think trading is not my calling. But believe me or not, if you hang on, if you feel like you persist, then definitely you'll make it. I always tell people you reach the promised land, where, money stops being your problem. And we know where you feel like you're that money magnet. Actually, in most cases, the truth is you're going to spend years, not only some nights. It can take you a year, it can take you 2 years or 3 years, depending on how motivated or devoted you are to the charts. So you just give in that time, do your research, always do back testing, do the journaling. Definitely you'll make it. Because pain is temporary, but beauty is permanent. I know the ladies will understand this better, but pain is temporary, beauty is permanent. Mr. Henry, please, an advice to those struggling traders out there, because I know there are many.
To a struggling trader, you know everything. You know your thing, you know your support and resistance, you know your order blocks, you know your ICT very well, you know your strategy, but it's like you are not profitable. All you need is just discipline. You need discipline. You need to make your own rules and follow them like a Bible, because the only thing that's really stopping a lot of traders from consistently making money or being profitable is not being able to follow the rules, because you know what to do. You know the habits to leave behind. You know what to follow, that when you don't see that, you don't trade. You know what you're supposed to do as a trader.
Okay, so just like he has told us, follow your rules like you're reading the Bible, like you're following the Bible.
Like some code.
I think
a moral code.
he has just reminded me of one of our biggest fan out there, Son of Sam. He's the one who always says, follow your rules religiously. And I think it is like they are very right. That is the right thing to do, by the way. Follow your rules religiously. Definitely those dark days will come to an end. There is always light at the end of the tunnel.
That's right.
I didn't give up, though I went through those days. And please don't give up. Definitely you'll be out here one day telling someone else not to give up. That being said, let's go into the next video probably. In that previous video we have just watched, actually we had two traders, trader A and trader B. They both first made money, and again one trader was like, let me just go chill off and do my other things. Then the other one was like, like wanting to make more money. But in the end, the account ended up where it ended. But first, to sit in that chair of trader A, this trader who is over trading, because these are a few mistakes we make during the time when we are trying to learn. When they tell us about Forex trading, most people tell us, like, in this business there is money. There is damn money. You don't need to go out of your house, sit in your house on your laptop and everything. As long as you have internet, you're going to make money. But forgetting there is a discipline in every workplace or specialty, something like that. I remember when I was a beginner or like that, I think I was something like not a beginner as such, but at least I had my role, and actually I had learned this thing from Mr. Bashir himself. It was like, in our Uganda today, if you're trading and you manage to make, I think, something like $5, that is 20,000 shillings, Ugandan money. I think it is okay, because even a guy can be riding his border from 6 a.m. to late in the night, like midnight, and he only gets that money. You understand? But again, for you, just sit on your chat for a few minutes and you've got that money. So when I was still learning, whenever I could follow that rule, that yes, I've made my $5, $6, or $10, it is enough. Let me find something else, or let me go and keep on doing my research. Whenever I could break that rule, and I'm like, I have this pending issue, I need something like 100 or more 200. Believe me or not, I ended up again even giving back the market what it has given me. Yeah, actually, I think you've used the right word. Donating back to the market. But hey, overtrading is a very, very bad habit. In fact, it is unhealthy, if I can say. Yes, Mr. Henry, what do you have to tell us about
that video really shows the different states of different traders, and those states are always two. That a professional trader and a beginner trader, you that is the only thing that separates the two. Because honestly, you can be having a good setup,
Okay.
you're seeing money you have never made before.
Okay.
And you're like, man, you have maybe, like, let us say capital of like $100. You've never made $10. Why don't you close that trade, come back the next day or even the following week? Because you're seeing it for the first time. Because I'm talking to these people who usually hit those milestones unexpectedly.
The big milestones.
You are in gold 0.20, somehow and CPI
and you make your 10K instantly.
You understand?
Yeah.
You've never made that money before. You've been maybe trying to, but you have consistently made certain amounts of money.
Okay.
If you reach your target, close the trade. Even if you're saying that your TP, let us say maybe you have a TP of maybe 100 pips. But in 100 pips move, how much are you targeting? Am I targeting 10% of my account increase? If you make that money, close that trade. Because if you are to enter again, you'll donate it back, and you will be like, oh my God, I wish Singa. And you're like, Singa.
I like that aspect of donating back to the market. Seriously, am I that rich to donate back to the market? So, hi, my fellow traders. If you don't want to donate back to the market, like Mr. Henry is telling us, please, let's try to act like trader B. Okay, but how do you find yourself acting like trader B? One, set your goals, set your targets. And please don't just set goals for the sake, just because Sharipha said we have to set goals. Set smarter goals. Okay? They have to be achievable. They have to be measurable. They have to be exciting. And in the end, they have to be rewarding. Are we together? For instance, you have an account of $100. It would be like, if I can make 10% of this account on a daily basis, then it's okay. 10% of 100, that is $10, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken. Then, and with an account of $100, make sure you're risking 1% of that account. When we come to the risk to reward, you're risking 1 for something like, that is, you can be like risking 1 to 2 at most 1 to 3. Then if you follow that, it means that you only need something like 30 because you're risking 10 pips for something like 20 or 30 pips. That is, if you're using 0.01, you're risking 10 pips. That is 1% of your account. Aiming for something like 30 pips. That is, you end up getting something like $10 to $15.
Yes.
It is enough. Close your charts. Close your MetaTrader. Maybe you cannot close the charts because you have to do something like back testing and doing more research, but at least make sure you close your MetaTrader 5 or 4, whatever you're using to execute your trades. Please put the device you're putting to execute your trades away. Forget about it for that day because the goal for that day has already been achieved. Go hang out with friends. Find something else to do, then come back tomorrow. Until if you hit your target for that day, still go on. Someone might ask me, what if I don't hit my target for that day and I hit my stop loss? Like I always tell you, at most in a day, take only 2 trades. One in London session, one in the New York session. London session gives you money. That is enough for today. In London session, they hit your stop loss. You've risked your 1% of the account. Chill. Come back in New York. Then this time around, cut your risk. Now, meaning you have to risk something like 0.50 of that account to see that at least you gain, you recover your loss. Or better still, if God is on your side, you can even make some little profit. But at most, let them be 2 trades a day. Overtrading is very bad. I think you've seen the repercussions. So, Mr. Henry, we need to hear that advice to our friends out there.
To avoid overtrading, make sure you have a journal. Have a journal. Know how much you are willing to risk, or in case you made a loss, have a target. Let us say that maybe you have maybe 1K or maybe $10,000. Make sure you are not going against your plan, because the most thing that affects traders is going against their trading plans. You have made your own trading plan and you're also failing to execute your own trading plan. So that is a grave danger.
That is
a grave danger. Also, set your targets, like she has said. Set your targets, and also start small, gradually increase. If you're a professional trader and you're watching us and you may be finding challenges of scalability, if you find maybe this trade and you know that this is my risk, don't fear. Enter your trade, execute your trade, let it play out. Because at the end of the day, still, time has to reach whereby, you've done this for a couple of times and people will ask you, man, how far have you been trading? And still people will have to, they will have to see something, because like she has said, you have made your $5, okay? And in trading, one thing you realize is that you make other people's salaries in minutes.
Exactly.
You can imagine, in minutes. You make other people's salaries in minutes. So if you only stay consistent with how you are, with your trades, if you keep on doing that consistently, over time, you will see great results. And you'll be like, trading has got me this. Trading has done this and this.
All right. So, from the few words he has said, always don't fear to execute your plan if the market plays it out. And please be willing to accept the outcomes.
Yes.
If it's a loss, be like, well and good. If it's a profit, again, thank God. But just like I said, consistency is key. How long do you survive in the market? It is the most important thing. Otherwise, this is not gambling that you've got your $100 and you're going to make it $10,000 or even $100,000 in a space of minutes or even a single day. You're lying to yourself, okay? Be with the trading plan. Consistency is key. I always tell people this is a slow and gradual process. And if recall the video of Dapper Wheels that we watched, is like in trading, there is real money. That money is there. But please, we have to go on building our system slowly by slowly. And again, you'll get it, you'll reach out. Yes, Mr. Henry, I want to conclude this video. Please say goodbye to our viewers. You can tell them a word or two as we close down.
And as a trader, begin from somewhere. Because if you cannot really manage, let us say, a $10 account, how will you be able to manage a $1,000? Because now you've come into trading, you're seeing Sharipha, she's managing a 5K account, and you're like, I want to do it like her. Okay, so begin small. Begin small, get the psychology behind those accounts. When you get that psychology, you'll get to realize that any trading account, they are just numbers, and you'll be able to use them for your advantage. Have your trading plan, stick to it. Don't fall for lies. When you see how she has flipped $15 to $300 and you go against your plan, bro, you will blow.
Okay. Thank you so much. Just like I said, forget about other people's blues. Forget about other people's success in trading, because I always tell people, don't fight anyone when it comes to trading. Don't try to be like anyone. Always follow your rules. Just make sure that every day, actually in trading, this is why I tell people, always compete with yourself.
That's right.
Yesterday, I was this kind of a trader. Weigh yourself. Am I better or am worse than yesterday? Because like I've said, consistency is key. Self-development is key in this business. And believe me or not, you'll make it. There is something I talked about flipping $15 to $300. That happens to those people who flip accounts. And me, I don't do flipping, but at least I do my things. I follow my plan and I have targets. Just like I've advised you to always have a plan and as well have your targets. And yes, I guess that is all for today. And I wish to say bye-bye. But before I do it, please, let's meet ourselves in the comment section, because at least there we get to interact a bit. And don't forget to like and definitely subscribe. So as a reward for that, I have a bonus video for that. See you.
I want to hear your heart.